crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't no hard to choose. Drop top, baby, poppin', it's a no-brainer. You got my mind on loose. Go ahead and watch the sunrise. One night might change your mind. Pop it up, it's a no-brainer. You stick out to the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, you got your mind on loose. Drop top, baby, rockin', it's a no-brainer. You got your mind on loose. Go ahead and watch the sunrise. One night can change your mind. Baby, rockin' and talkin' and actin', it's no-brainer. You got your mind on loose. Hello, my ladies and gentlemen. Hope you liked that little intro. And today we are going to talk about no-brainer fragrances. That's very right. So let's jump into this. So what do I mean by no-brainer fragrances? Well, these fragrances are very easy to like. So if you're going to buy a fragrance for yourself or someone you know, and you don't really know so much about fragrances in general, but you want to be sure that the person that receives the fragrance really enjoy it, of course. These are some good starting fragrances. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule, like in everything in life, but I think these ones are good starter fragrances. So one no-brainer fragrance that I will recommend to you guys is this one if you want something that is very clean for the summertime. This is John Varvatos Artisan Pure, and this is a white floral fragrance that smells a lot like a holiday, in my opinion. This smells like no problems. You're sitting on a beach somewhere in the Caribbean islands or just hanging out in a country club. You're wearing some nice chinos, maybe some chino shorts, and you're rocking a very casual linen shirt. You're having a little drink with your friends and life is just good. Sun is shining 27.5 degrees outside and just enjoying life. This is a perfect fragrance for those type of occasions. The next one is Versace Men Eau Fraiche, also a no-brainer fragrance in my opinion. Super fresh, super easy to like, to love. This is perfect for the really high heat. So if you're living, for example, in Florida or maybe in South America somewhere where it's very humid and you are spending a lot of time on the beach, maybe you are a scuba instructor or something like that, or you work at the beach in some way. Maybe you are a lifeguard or something like that, and you're out a lot, you're sweating a lot, and you need something that is super refreshing. Buy this one, but buy it in a bigger bottle because this one is not so long lasting, so you can reapply during the day. The next one is a typical winter fragrance, but of course you can wear this whenever you want, wherever you want. This is called Spice Bomb and it's from Viktor and Rolf. This is also a good starting fragrance if you know that someone likes these little bit more spicy fragrances for the winter time and maybe they want something new and they haven't tried this one before. I would say that it's pretty safe to buy this one because it is super mass appealing. It's not weird in any way. A lot of people will love this even though they're not into the fragrance community at all or the fragrance culture in general. This is a spicy fragrance, of course, that smells a little bit like a mature man, I would say. So maybe this is not ideal for the younger guys, but of course you can wear this when you're 20 as well. But I think this is a little bit more masculine winter fragrance with some nice peppers in there and some nice spices. Great one. Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb. The fourth no-brainer fragrance, in my opinion, is Nautica Voyage. This is for all the guys who likes to boating, maybe speed boating and stuff like that. This is perfect if you're out on the open sea on a nice little speedboat and you like this energetic type of vibe when you're on a boat. You're not sailing. This is not a sailing fragrance, in my opinion at least, because it smells energetic. It smells like you're out up on the blue sea. The sun is just blasting. You're having a little speedboat. You're smuggling something from the other. No, I'm just kidding. But this one is very good if you're out in the sea having fun with your friends. Maybe water skiing or something like that. It's a perfect fragrance. And also if you don't want to spend a lot of money on fragrances, this might be the first no-brainer fragrance that you will invest in. $20 for a 100 milliliter bottle. Who can say no to this one? The fifth one is for a little bit more old school gentleman, I would say, who wants something that could be a daily driver, but you don't want to spend a lot of money, you don't want to break the bank. Then I would really go for Davidoff Cool Water Eau de Toilette. It's the really classic fragrance that a lot of women, especially a little bit more mature women, they appreciate this one because it is fresh, it's clean, it smells like a mature man, it's not playful. And it is very, like, has this clean and fresh, straight out of the shower, just shaved type of smell, if I can explain it in a way. So this one is not complex at all, but if you just like fresh and clean and a little bit more masculine fragrances that has a little bit more of an old school vibe. It doesn't smell like an old man, but it is a little bit older style of fragrance. Go for Davidoff Cool Water. Next one is for the young guys. Maybe you are just getting your first job, maybe part-time job, maybe you're still in school, but you're looking through the internet, trying to get a nice fragrance that you can use when you are out with your friends, having a great time. Maybe you're going to your first nightclub, maybe to your first bar, drinking your first beer and getting drunk for the first time, maybe something like that. And then I would go for Versace Eros. This is pretty inexpensive for what it brings to the table. It is a very sexy fragrance. It's very invigorating fragrance. It's a sweet and playful type of fragrance that a lot of young guys could wear really good, I think. For me, I have it just in specific occasions because I'm heading to 35. It's problematic. But this one, if you're young and playful and very energetic and like going out, flirt with girls, if you are a little player, you might be a little player. I see you there, guys. Buy this one, perfect no-brainer fragrance. Number 7 is a fragrance that I really like for all type of situations. You can have this as a daily driver, you can have this as a gym fragrance, you can have this as a work fragrance, you can have this almost all year around. This is Versace Pour Homme, also a no-brainer fragrance in my opinion. It's very hard to dislike this fragrance. I think that the only situation that I would not use this one in is it might be when it's minus 30 degrees and snow, because then I would go for something else. But if you are living in a high humidity climate again, and you maybe already have a Nautica Voyage, or you don't want to try this one. This is in the similar ballpark as Nautica Voyage. They smell pretty similar, if I'm gonna be totally. But this smells even better. I think this smells even better. This is a little bit more expensive though. Versace Pour Homme, it's this called. Versace Pour Homme, I think it's Eau Fraiche. Very nice fragrance, smells like a watery, fizzy type of drink with a citrus in it. The next fragrance is a little bit higher price category. Not a lot, but a little bit higher price category. And this one is for the businessman. Maybe you are traveling a lot by plane, so to speak. You are a lot of hours up in the sky. Maybe you're sitting in a Boeing or a private jet, or having millions in the bank account, or driving a Ferrari, or just living a luxurious type of lifestyle. Then I would go with this fragrance. This fragrance is for the guy who are not that into fragrances, but he wants to make sure that he smells really good. And he doesn't have time to build a collection. He's a little bit too stressed out because he have to do a lot of business. He run errands all the time, but he wants to make sure that he smells professional, he smells mature, and he smells fresh. Then I would 100% go with this fragrance. Another no-brainer fragrance is a niche fragrance. So this one is a little bit more expensive than the other ones I've already mentioned. But if money is not a problem for you and you want a fragrance that is long-lasting, that is very good on the skin, it sits on your skin for a pretty long time, it's good projecting, and it's also very easy to like. Girls really like this fragrance. Then I will go for Parfums de Marly Percival. And an alternative to this could be the original Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, but I think this is better, and I think you are doing a better strategic choice by picking this instead, because it's a little bit more high quality in my opinion. And this one is very playful. It's both sweet and also a little bit fresh. So if you want a daily driver and you are a little bit more younger guy, or you don't have a very professional look, you are very casual dressed and stuff like that, I will go for this one. We stay in the niche category, and if you're a very elegant man, you want something that refreshes yourself, and you are wearing a lot of shirts, I would say maybe a shirt and tie like I do today, and you want something in the morning that gets you going, that makes you want to go out and conquer the world, conquer your tasks that you have in front of you, and then so you can look forward to the evening, then you can come home to your beautiful wife maybe, or just sit at home and taking a beer. Then I would go for Creed Aventus. It's a very nice fragrance if you have the money. It's not so long lasting like it used to be, of course, but I would rather have a good fragrance that smells very natural and doesn't give me a rash on my skin, like some other clones might do that try to replicate this fantastic fragrance, than to have a fantastic longevity. So buy a little Decan, great fragrance if you want to smell luxurious, fresh and clean with a heavy musk and also some pineapple. Great choice. Another fragrance is from Dior, and this is called Dior Homme. This is the 2020 version, so this is not the Dior Homme original, because that one is not a no-brainer fragrance in my opinion. It's a watershed type of fragrance. Either you hate it or you love it, basically. But this one is a little bit more easy on the nose. Even non-fragrance connoisseurs would love this one. Girls like it, all ages. Some fragrances can be like a little bit old manish smell, but this one is a very fresh and clean fragrance with woody notes, with citrus notes, and it has that elegant Dior DNA in it. In the end, when it sits on your skin for a while, it becomes very soft and very elegant. So this one is a no-brainer in my book. We take it down a notch. We take it down a notch in the price category at least. And this is for a guy who don't have a big knowledge of fragrances. He wants something that works in every situation, winter, summer, workplace, everything. And I will go for Versace Dylan Blue there. It's a very easy to love fragrance. It's not complex at all, but this list is not for the complex, weird fragrances that smell like a church and stuff like that. This is not a Lalique fragrance, guys. This is not a fucking Lalique fragrance. And it's a very masculine fragrance that has super longevity on my skin for what you pay. I think you can get it for around 50 bucks for this one. And if you want a staple in your fragrance collection that is modern and will be modern in a couple of years, like 10 years from now, this will smell great. Another no-brainer fragrance in my book is still this one. If you ask 100 women what they love the most on guys, what fragrances they would recommend, a lot of them would tell you Bleu de Chanel. And it is because it's great. If you are a fragrance connoisseur that likes dark fragrances, that likes oody, spicy, heavy ouds and stuff like that, then you would think that this is too mainstream and this is not cool anymore. But if you just want to smell good, you know, and you don't want to like talk about your fragrances or being a weird fragrance guy, and you just want one very long-lasting fragrance that is very likable to the public in general, then go for Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. Very nice. If you're looking for a great winter fragrance, a little bit more sweet, but still has that little bit designer type of feel, so it's not some weird fragrance just because it's a winter fragrance. This is super easy on the nose. This is called Hugo Boss The Scent Absolute, and this one is super easy to like. It doesn't matter if you have been in the fragrance community for years now, or you just jumped into this hobby and don't really know where to start to build up your fragrance collection, or you're going to give someone you know a present for the winter time. If he wants a fragrance or she wants a fragrance for the winter time and you don't really know where should I start, this is a great starting fragrance. All right, now we turn the plane around. We turn the plane around, we skip the winter, we skip the autumn, we don't want to see any darkness, we want light blue skies and bright sunshine and nice cocktails and nice women. Then we take this fragrance with us. This is called Le Beau. It's the Eau de Toilette version. It is not as sweet as the newer release that's Eau de Parfum, but this one is beautiful. It has a fantastic note of coconut in this one. And it also has some beautiful bergamot, and also there is some, I think there's some vanilla in the base actually for this. Tonka bean, coconut, and yeah, maybe it's just tonka bean, coconut and bergamot. But either way, this is a good holiday fragrance. You can wear this both dressed up and dressed down, but I would say this is a little bit more casual fragrance, but it's super, super easy. Super easy to love. I think we are heading into number 16. If you want a good fragrance for the gym, for the workout and you don't want to break the bank, you want something fresh and clean, by Perry Ellis 360 Red. I mean, come on guys, what are you doing? Just buy this one and just smell in the Beau still. But this is also really good. This is a fragrance that reminds me a lot of the original Acqua di Jour from the mid-90s. The difference is the price, super inexpensive obviously, but they have also added a mandarin note in this one in the top that makes it a little bit more playful and a little bit more long-lasting than original Acqua di Jour. This is a super easy to love fragrance, obviously no-brainer fragrance from Perry Ellis 360 Red. Next one is another Dior fragrance that, you know, fills my heart with joy when I smell it, and this is Dior Homme Sport. This is the 2017 release, but it doesn't really matter because the new release I've heard seems to be super good as well. But try it first, of course, if you can. This one is super easy to like as well. It has that powderiness that some Dior fragrances have that is very, very easy on the skin. It doesn't smell overwhelming. This is for you guys who maybe have a girlfriend who don't really like strong fragrances, or you know someone that, I don't really like fragrances, it sticks in my nose and it smells too much and I don't like it, then go for this one. But it sits on your skin, so people around you only smell you when they come close. And that might be a bad thing for a lot of people, but a good thing for some people that don't really like a lot of fragrance smell in the air, and I can understand that. Next one is a fragrance if you are working at the beach, or if you are a professional beach volleyball player, or if you're a lifeguard that spends 90% of your time at the beach and you want a long-lasting summer fragrance. If you're a salty dude who likes salty fragrances, go for Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue or Intense. Very super casual fragrance, shorts, t-shirts. It sits on your skin for a long time. It is very good in the performance, and in general, people love this fragrance. But it is super casual and it's only for the summertime and the very relaxed, laid-back type of scenario. Next up is a fragrance for a little bit more mature guys who don't want something that shouts that much, but still want something that smells very good. It smells elegant, it smells high quality, and they want something also that is pretty mass pleasing. Then I would buy something like a Dior Sauvage Parfum. This is for people who want something that lingers around, very easy, very close to them on the skin. Date night fragrance, it's great for that type of occasion. And also you can wear this as a daily driver basically, because it's very elegant and very easy to like. And the 20th fragrance of today is something for you guys who are smooth operators. This is for all the smooth operators that don't really like fresh fragrances. You want something, yeah, you like fresh fragrances maybe, but you don't really like these heavy citrus fragrances. These are for the guys or girls, because this could be a unisex fragrance. And I'm talking about Prada L'Homme Low. This is for someone who don't like the citrus sweet fragrances, but you still want to smell fresh and clean. Having a white crisp shirt, maybe you have an office job at the bank and you want something that is very likable in general. And this is the fragrance for you. It smells so ridiculously good. I get surprised every time I smell it. It's not that often anymore, but it's very good. Prada L'Homme Low is a more tamed down version of the original Prada L'Homme. This one brings out even more freshness, but it's still not a citrus fragrance, but it's very clean, white crisp shirt, white t-shirt, chinos type of fragrance. Great pick. All right, so that was my top 20 no-brainer fragrances in this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you give me a thumbs up or maybe subscribe if you like my content on this channel, and I hope you have an amazing day and I'll see you the next time. Peace.